Hey everyone, so we got a new animated Mortal Kombat movie last year, and I forgot to update my ranking to include it after I saw it. Now there's a new one coming out, I believe in October, so I figured now's as good a time as any to update my ranking. Oh, and I will not be including Mortal Kombat Legacy, because it's a show, not a movie, but if I did, it would be in my top 3. Not sure exactly where, but top 3 for sure. As always, spoiler alert. Starting off, my number 6 is Mortal Kombat Annihilation. This movie is a train wreck. The plot makes the first movie look like a masterclass in screenwriting by comparison. The fight choreography is fine, but the cinematography and editing are amateur. There are a couple bits of CGI that are actually halfway decent, but for the most part, it's just horrendous. Honestly, the less said about this movie, the better. My score is 0.5 out of 5. Number 5 is Mortal Kombat 1995. What does it say that this is one of Paul W. S. Anderson's best movies? That's not rhetorical, I'm actually asking. Unlike its sequel, this movie actually manages to be entertaining enough to make up for most of its flaws. The PG-13 violence is kind of a letdown, but I do like that it forced the writers to focus more on character, so that was something. The writing is still a mixed bag. The dialogue is good overall. There's a lot of good humor that holds up. On the other hand, the plot is pretty thin to begin with, and then once the farther along we get in the movie, it just gets thinner and thinner until there are some back-to-back scenes that just have no connective tissue between them. The main characters are all well fleshed out, but they don't really get much development. Sub-Zero and Scorpion's backstories have been abandoned, and they've just been reduced to Shang Tsung's minions. Most of the acting is solid, but Christopher Lambert was seriously miscast as Raiden. I like him in Highlander, but he was not the right choice for Raiden. On the other side of the equation, Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa is fantastic as Shang Tsung. He's just wonderfully over the top and hammy. And you know, for all the iffy CGI, the practical effects are actually great.
Finish him quickly. Pay me my tribute.
This puny mortal will be no problem. I'll crush him in one blow.
All right. Let's dance. Sorry.
My score is 3 out of 5. Number 4 is Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms. This movie is a small step down from Scorpion's Revenge, but it retains most of that movie's positive qualities. I just feel like it's kind of lacking in character development, and also the plot feels overstuffed. Like, this movie is 80 minutes long, and they were trying to cram too much into those 80 minutes. And as for the character development, it's not that there's none, it's just that there's less of it. The action is great, the kills are awesomely brutal, and I love the X-ray views we get with some of the big hits.
finish him.
No.
But on the other hand, this movie wasted Kung Lao even more than the 2021 live-action movie. Although the music is awesome, so that's something. My score is 3.5 out of 5. Number 3 is Mortal Kombat 2021. I fucking love this movie. It's not great, but it's entertaining as hell. The writing is good. Not great, but it's a step up from the 95 movie overall. The acting, the action, the kills are also a step up. I love that they actually tried something different with the plot. I don't think it completely worked, but the effort is appreciated. This time, Shang Tsung has just decided to kill all of Earthrealm's champions before the tournament can even begin, and honestly, it's totally in character for him. Ing Chin Han is pretty great as Shang Tsung, but at the same time, he just kind of pales in comparison to Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa. He's still really good, just less good. Although I will say both performances are perfect for the movie they're in. Cary gave an over-the-top performance in an over-the-top movie. Ing Chin Han gives a more grounded but still hammy performance in a more grounded but still silly movie. Hiroyuki Sanada and Joe Talzim are both great despite their limited screen time. The opening fight and the final fight are probably the two best action scenes in any live-action Mortal Kombat movie.
Behind!
伟大的勇士安瑟西安祖，我终于等到了这一天。看看你强大的四主，
See right real.
已经给我灭了。
貴様の言葉は分からぬが、これだけは分かる。わしが貴様を切る。
Louis Tan and Jessica Mithnami are both solid. Tadanobu Asano isn't great, but he's probably the best live-action Raiden we've gotten. Ludi Lin and Max Wong are also really good. I love that this version of Liu Kang is just this chill monk instead of the chosen one with the stick up his ass. I love that Bi-Han is now actually responsible for killing Scorpion instead of it being a trick from Quan Chi. I love Reptile's more animalistic design, and Kung Lao's buzzsaw hat kill is like probably the best kill in any of the live-action movies. But at the same time, this movie has a lot of flaws. You can tell that this was made by a first-time director, and some of the crew were also somewhat inexperienced. But you know what? Growing pains. My score is 3.5 out of 5. Number 2 is Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind. This was something unexpected. For one, I honestly thought that the main character Kenshi was a canon foreigner. But turns out no, he's actually from the games, so that was cool. I love that they just gave us something completely different with this plot. There's no tournament, there's nothing like that. We're just in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. And yet the characters still feel like themselves, albeit versions of themselves that have gone through some very different development. The voice acting is solid, the action is violent and fun, the music is great, the animation is gorgeous.
Finish him.
I love the relationship established between Sub-Zero and Scorpion here. I love that Kano ends up being the big bad. And also, like, he'd probably hit the most powerful incarnation of that character to date. I mean, he's always been badass, but, like, this is just next level shit. My score is 4 out of 5. Finally, my number 1 is Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge. You know, considering this movie's budget, the animation is great. Like, these animated Mortal Kombat movies probably have the most violent action, at least of the movies and shows, because of, like, the X-ray view we get of some of the hits. That is just brutal.
God will avenge me. Damn your God.
This movie goes the most in depth with Scorpion's backstory, and I love it. My favorite part is that Johnny Cage thinks he's there for just an acting gig, and Raiden just lets him believe that because it amuses him. And so yeah, he just lets him believe that until Tarkatan is literally trying to kill him. I don't know who fought who in the game that this is based on, but I love that we get a switch up of who fights who with regards to the original live-action movie. We have Johnny Cage versus the Tarkatan, who I originally thought was Baraka, but apparently it's not because Baraka shows up in one of the sequels. Sonya fights Reptile. Liu Kang fights Goro. So that was cool. And they actually managed to squeeze a decent amount of character development into this 80-minute movie. The score is 4 out of 5. Hey everyone, what's your ranking? Let me know down in the comments. Like and subscribe and all that. If you don't like the video, give me some feedback so I'll know what I'm doing wrong and what I can do better. Then subscribe anyway, and when you're notified about my new video, go watch that one, and then comment and tell me why that one sucks. Or tell me where I've improved. Whatever the case may be. That's all for now. Stay safe in these crazy times.